good morning, afternoon, or night. This is Coco Maestro, and I'm back with another Coco's Thoughts. Uh, Hopefully, you're having a nice week. It is now Sunday. What is it? The 7th? And yeah, gonna talk a little bit about, I don't know, just like the annoying amount of phishing DMs that I've gotten, like a little bit. And I'm just curious, like, if anybody else ever gets those. Darkest Dungeon 2 and Redfall, because a lot of people have made videos about it, and it seems like pretty bad, the cost of the game. But yeah, and at least like personally, I think the only thing I've ever accomplished this week, at least, is freaking cleaning off my desk of the freaking nice layer of dust that was coated all over it. Cause that, even though I got this freaking, what is it, standing desk, I have not cleaned it at all for like the past like year. And yeah, I mean it kind of looks better now. There's like a little bit of dust here and there, but yeah, I don't know. I did that. And to be honest, not much really else. I've been like I watched like a VTuber debut because I don't know, they seem like pretty popular. So I thought why not? But I don't know. And then I watched like a VTuber do a concert where they were rapping, and that was like kind of interesting. I don't know the types of rap they were doing because there's like different varieties of doing I don't know, just rap, or I don't know, would you call it poetry? I mean it is like rhyming. I don't really know like any music theory, but oh my, I forgot my microphone was right above my wireless charger. Oops. But yeah, I mean, it was like entertaining. I mean, at least like personally, whenever I listen to music, I like listen to I don't know, Gorillaz, a little bit of System of a Down, like off the top of my head. Who else? A little bit of the what is it? What are the freaking albums that foster? I think it's the. Oh, let me just Google on my phone. Foster the People. Um, of course, when I Google it, I don't see the albums. Let me. There we go. I've been listening like to a little bit of Torches, Supermodel, and Sacred Hearts Club of Foster the People. Just revisiting it, listening to it again. I used to listen to it through, I don't know, my university days when I was trying to get my associate's degree, but which I was successful in getting. It, I don't know, it was just for memories, really. I used to every morning, like pretty early for my math class, because I think I didn't have any past like math history or whatever, so I had to go through like the college course and for them to like gauge where I'm at, which was like kind of fun to be honest, because you're kind of like at least like the way I'm mentally like imaged it. It was essentially just like a race against the other students to basically just see who can get out of class the quickest, and just like uh, there was like some math circle that you had to complete, and you had to do like what trig statistics and what have you, to essentially just be able to get out of that class and I don't know, just kind of gain the early morning hours back because I had to be there probably around like 8 in the morning, and I would play Dokkan Battle on my phone, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and I don't know, just like explore music during that time. And Foster the People is one of them. But yeah, like other than that, also trying to fix the freaking sound for the freaking podcast because I feel like it's not very good audio quality, and I feel like every time I turn away, it's not like receiving on the mic. Again, just like a little bit more because I feel like it's almost too low now. But I don't know. Freaking audio is so weird because I sound so different than the recording, and I can't tell why. I've looked through so many YouTube tutorials, and every time I can't get like a consistent result. Like some YouTubers recommend that you should use like a noise suppression and noise gate, and some YouTubers recommend that you use a elevator. I think it's called. I'm pretty sure it's called elevator on your on the OBS. And then some ask for like a mixture of noise suppression in the elevator. So I don't know. I'm gonna continue to fiddle with it for next week. Hopefully, I can find something that sounds at least like remotely accurate to how, not really remotely, but just sounds more accurate to how I sound IRL. So I don't know. But that's it for that. Let me just mark it down real quick. So now I'm just gonna talk about like freaking the annoying amount of DMs. I mean, obviously, like all these accounts usually like get deleted for the annoying DM about I don't know cryptocurrency or whatever, trying to get you to buy in. But why is there like such a annoying amount of them? That's why I don't understand. I mean, obviously, like some of them are maybe successful in like getting people's money to buy into it, but man, they are so freaking annoying. And some of them are getting kind of creative too. Like I was on a subreddit, and there was a dude who was referring to content that was being posted within the subreddit, and he tried to like get like a conversation out of me, and I did kind of give in because I didn't I thought it was just like a random person like actually trying to talk to me because I didn't understand that at first, but oh well, it was just an inevitable fish. And I don't know, this like sent me a friend request on Discord, and just as soon as I realized that, I just immediately blocked them, which is kind of annoying. I'm just glad that there's nothing where within the DMs nobody can really like send you a. I mean, people can like obviously send you a link to like a fake Steam page because that's used to happen in the past, from what I recall. I know it was like something obviously you'd be able to detect that it's like a fake Steam page by the lack of like a HTTPS secured connection at the top or the green lock. What else? Like and it not being a .com site. It just like things like that. From what I remember. And also, I don't know, on like another Discord server that was on, apparently there was like a way to hack PayPal in like 2023. Oh, wait, no, I mean 2022. around, I think it was like December, where there was somebody who was able to, within Twitch chat, I think it's like get somebody's PayPal information and like do like a chargeback on their PayPal account. And they could do like very easily like set $11,000 onto PayPal. And it's like kind of crazy that people are able to do that through these very commonly used programs and applications. I mean, obviously, like the DM thing, it's really you just block it and ignore it. But I mean, it's like the same thing with like freaking robocalls, where they like kind of talk to you like a regular person, or they're posing as somebody who's like I don't know. At least like personally, I've gotten one that was a it was like some person posing as a girl from like New York and like things like that. Uh, and apparently, you can like register your phone number supposedly with like the government, and that would like lower your amount of like spam calls. No, no, I might do it. I have gotten at least like probably like five of them in like the past month, and it's like kind of annoying. But we'll move on to Redfall. Apparently, there was obviously it's like an unfinished game. To be honest, I can't expect a game studio anymore to release a fully developed game anymore. That's like kind of sad, considering that these games are now like $70. And if you want to get like the better edition or whatever, you have to pay $100. Like I know, what is it like? Dead Island, Redfall, Star Wars came out as of late. In Star Wars, it's got like kind of meh lip sync, and I don't know, exploration gives you like cosmetics and like stuff like that. I think like the new Star Wars game is mostly just if you want to play the sequel and continue playing as whatever the dude's name is, and just keep exploring it with him and what other characters they add. But I mean, at least for like the what is it? Let me find the full name real quick. Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars Jedi Survivors. Man, like it looks all right, and I mean there hasn't been really any Star Wars content as far as I know, besides the was it Boba Fett or let me see. I don't want to get the name wrong. I think it's the Boba Fett TV series got like a second season. Oh my gosh, it is so hard to find it because apparently for the writer strikes that are like currently going on in Hollywood, apparently there's a lot of corporations who like don't advertise shows so they can like intentionally fail and do poorly, and they tend to like not do any advertising for second seasons of certain shows because for whatever reason the company decides. Okay, I cannot find it because I do not know the freaking actual name of it, and I don't know much else other than that. But Anyways, back to freaking Redfall from that derailment. Uh, the audio, or not really the audio, but the dialogue is kind of garbage from what I remember watching in YouTube videos. I watched like Moist Critical and Video Game Donkey do a little review on it. I mean, it looks like a show you could, well, not really a show, but it looks like a game you can make interesting with friends, maybe. Because I mean, you can always make like really broken games or really incomplete games entertaining with friends. But if you're playing it like solely just to play the game through completion, I don't think you really have that much fun, personally. Because like even hmm, before I remember, like Dead Island was like a fun game to play with other people online when they had that. I mean, as long as they wouldn't, like in Redfall, blow up like an explosive next to you and like one hit KO you. Because I'm pretty sure you could do that in the first Dead Island. But I don't didn't I don't think Redfall was that well done. And it's also just crazy that they could charge like $70 for it and just like get like no repercussions as like a studio. And it's also crazy that within the video game donkey video, apparently Xbox also dissed their own game on their Twitter. So that's like it's just crazy that they can acknowledge it and have like no repercussions. And that kind of that also brings up like the idea too. So if like a thing like Netflix or like HBO Max can not do any advertising for like their biggest hits, like that will actually bring in subscribers for their like main shows and promote probably like the worst performing shows. I wonder if you could do something about that with games. Like you can basically just prevent developers and studios and publishers. I don't know how many of those are intermingled or how intermingled they are. But I wonder if there would be a way to do like quality control on video games. I think that would be pretty amusing to have. Because then you just like you'd really refine the video game pool. And I don't know, just like making it a more enjoyable experience for those who want to consume the content. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like none of this will like never happen. This is all like a very much so a fairy tale. But the thought of it is really interesting. Having some sort of quality control on it. Hmm. What other games have come out recently that are like kind of bad? I mean, these three are like the only ones that come to mind. I mean, like Darkest Dungeon 2 is supposed to come out for the 8th, which is like on Monday after this episode at least. I mean, Darkest Dungeon was like a pretty freaking enjoyable experience. At least like just the first one. I don't know too much about the second one. I I watched like Admiral Baru play it because he's like a fanatic, and he did kind of get me to buy the first game. And that, along with the D&D elements that are implemented into Darkest Dungeon, it was just like such an enjoyable game. Like, hmm. was just like thinking of something, but I kind of ruined it already. Yeah, let me see here. What does this do? Okay, I'll just deal with this real quick. Let me do something real quick because I did not think about doing it before. Okay, I think that should be good now. So I have like Darkest Dungeon here. You have the intro was like very memorable with the narrator. I'll just play like a little bit of it. Just hearing that and then hearing him narrate the note to the heirs of the mansion is just super good. I'm glad that they also kept the same narrator. I don't know the dude's name, unfortunately, because I did not think about looking that up before saying it right now. But I just love the just the style of the game. The art is very unique, at least to me. I don't know anything that really looks like it. The characters are very fun. I personally love the bounty hunter, and I'm glad to see him in the next game. You know, you have the freaking level up mechanics. You have the diseases, which give you more often than not negative effects. I think there's like very certain diseases that are actually kind of good. The quirk system is very fun. You can get rid of the bad ones or you get rid of the good ones and kind of like re-roll it and get like the perfect character. For them to most likely just get really unlucky in the next dungeon, just get absolutely obliterated because you like didn't understand like wow, what is this map? Hold on, I have to look at this map because this map personally to me has given me so many issues. Let me find it real quick so I can name and shame it. Um, I'll have to Google on my phone. It is called the Cove. Absolutely hated the Cove. Like, every time I'd mess with the curio in this dungeon, it would just give me negative effects every time. And it's also the first dungeon that ever witnessed the wandering boss. I think is called the Collector, and I had to deal with that, and I had no idea what was really happening. I kind of lost like literally everything. My freaking I think it was around like rank 3 for all the characters. I think it was like a Crusader, a what is it? Crusader. I, I think I was running double Crusader or double Hellion with the Occultist, and I think an Arbalist or a Musketeer. And Arbalist and Musketeer are absolutely garbage. But yeah, those guys got like immediately wiped to the. I'm pretty sure it's the Collector. I can't remember all the wandering bosses off the top of my head, and to be honest, I think I'm pretty on point with this one that I don't have to look it up. It's just like it's such like an enjoyable game. The curio interactions, the leveling up the main hamlet. You have like a little bit of a timer to complete the tasks that you have to do within the dungeon. The also occasional whenever you drop below freaking I'm pretty sure it's called sanity, right? Whenever you drop to like a certain amount of sanity, you get the annoying pop up on the screen, which is mostly, at least for me, red. But you know, sometimes you get like the golden one, and they get like a really good trait. You know, you could see all the loot that you might possibly get. It's such a fun thing. The provisions too, because each area changes the amount of provisions that you'll need. Yeah, you get the you can freaking get courageous here. It's so fun. And also, luckily, this game has a very alive and well freaking modding community. Oh, what? Don't want to have that play. But yeah, so enjoyable. You can kind of feel, I don't know, just like a little bit of I don't know, I can't think of like another word for like happiness or a feeling of like success once you complete a dungeon and you're like extremely low HP. Just like overcoming the odds and just being able to complete the dungeon, so good. And also the unique interactions too with the curios in the background. Like you can use holy water on the shrine here. I'm pretty sure it heals you and gives you sanity back. And then also with the Admiral Bar that you used to watch, him going through the ruins and sometimes forgetting a shovel, and I don't know, just the loss of sanity and HP throughout your entire party for forgetting just a shovel. It, I don't know, it's kind of just fun. Just overall like really good game. And then the DLC too is fun. The Shield Breaker, one of my favorites. I think I used the Shield Breaker in the end with the Leper Bounty Hunter, and I'm pretty sure I used a Vestal as the healer. Or maybe it was more Hellion Shield Breaker or Double Shield Breaker, Gesture, Vestal, something like that. Wait, I never knew. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, I just discovered something new. I might have to. It's a paid for mod. Interesting. I might have to buy this whenever it goes on sale. I didn't know this was the thing. This looks fun. I do like the was it steampunk aesthetic? I can't believe that we haven't had like another steampunk game where it's like I don't know, four players connect and you go around and just like manage the ship. You know, you freaking repair the balloon, you repair the post up to the balloon, the hull, or you know, you can like shoot the cannons. You have like miniguns and stuff like that that can like overheat. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten another one of those games. I think it was like back in the days of what is it like Total Biscuit maybe when the game like first came out. And I completely have forgotten the name because it's been freaking ages. Like when I first saw this steampunk game, it was like back in like middle school. So I don't know. Might have awakened a memory in somebody if they freaking also remember the game. But yeah, I'm probably might buy it. I probably will. But the Crimson Cord DLC was very good with the unique items that it provides you. And also I really like the Inquisitor character. It's very fun. And also just the disgusting like mosquito insects that are like literally all over this freaking dungeon. And also the districts that it adds are very good. Like some of them are just like you must have it like at the very start of your run, and like the earlier you get it's just like the amount of benefits you get from it is just like insane. But, but I don't know, just like the bosses and also the I forget her name. I think it's like the Duchess or something. Hold on, let me Google that one real quick. So that one's kind of memorable. I think it should be the courtyard. Yeah, just like the entire map for the Crimson Court too. Whenever you get the chance to enter it, I think it's after you hit a certain level, probably like level 4 or 5 for a character or two. And also the amount of items that you have to bring into this dungeon's like kind of insane because you it has like really good loot, but you also have to bring a lot of items in order to get the loot. But I can't. I have to look up Darkest Dungeon boss because the wiki is kind of hard and difficult to navigate on my phone. It is. Hmm. Also was called the Collector. Ooh, and also just going back to the freaking roaming bosses, the freaking Shambler too. As soon as I encountered it, which you encounter it by, I think it's just like messing with chest. No, never mind. You just have your torchlight at 0. That is like that, or apparently interacting with the Shambler's altar. I freaking hate this boss because the tentacles are able to stack stats. I'm pretty sure, and they just have like insane amounts of resistance that you have to literally specifically create your team in order to well very you have to very carefully craft your team in order to take down the Shambler. But he also has like very good unique drops as well, and the chance of you getting it is kind of very slim. But I mean, the items are like kind of worth the challenge. I'm pretty sure he has like a couple best in slot items. Let me see here. I think like Ancestors map is a very good item because you the scouting chance is very useful if you want it. The Ancestors candles needed for the what's it called? The occultist. The Ancestor scroll is really good for the Vestal for better healing. And just like a lot of really good items. Also, another thing too is that and I, at least like personally, it's like kind of fun to use Abomination for versus him because you just like spam an ability and just go just absolutely destroy the boss. Let me see. It's in the courtyard. Oh, it is the Countess. The Countess is like a pretty cool boss that they created, having like 3 different phases, things that you should do for the phases. Such fun mechanics from a game that would seem like almost like super complex at first, but as soon as you learn it, just the position management, a character that's able to move around into positions very easily to help you, uh, I don't know, go through combat easily. Like, I don't know, just for example, I think the it's a grave robber. Let me, let me freaking find the classes. It is called um I'm finding it real quick. Oh, it's the Highwayman. The Highwayman and the Grave Robber. These are like 2 very good classes for just like navigating through the 4 slots that you have for your team. Like I don't know, the man at arms is very good at the front. Well, not dang it, not the freaking. Well, the man. I mean, the man at arms is good at being in the front, but I would say freaking highwayman. But yeah, the highwayman's good at the front. He has his repost mechanic or repost, not repost. Oh my god, this is like the worst wiki to navigate on my phone. But you know, the highwayman just has like a lot of abilities, basically just to move himself around, and he's like kind of very useful in every area. It being able to apply bleeds or being able to get up into the front spot to do a point blank shot with the the riposte mechanic, or having just the ability to do AoE or do stealth to increase the damage of his next attack. I mean, since I managed to mention Man at Arms, might as well go over like some of his abilities. So you have like the Man at Arms. He's very good at staying in the front, debuffing AOE either your team or the not debuffing your team, but buffing your team, debuffing the enemy team. Like often, whenever I would use him, I'm pretty sure it was just like the standard. You would just constantly spam Ballister within your team, and actually, I don't think it's Ballister. I think you spam Bellow. Yeah, you spam Bellow to the enemy team, and for your own team, you would occasionally cast Command or Defender so you can guard your ally. And then you cast Rampart. Well, not really cast, but you use the ability Rampart. Actually, never mind. No, you don't. You don't use Rampart. Where is the riposte ability? Oh, there it is. You use Retribution. My bad. So Retribution, Command, Ballister if you need it. If you want the extra like dodge chance and distress, and then I don't know. You just like pack Bellow. Just such like a very good class, a very good tank. And the next game, he's kind of like your main tank. The, the final class that I have for like moving around in certain slots and being very mobile. You have like the freaking grave robber with her pickaxe of with armor piercing or lunge versus blighted enemies, and I'm pretty sure it's in the cove. Not no. Actually, yeah, I think some of the cove do can get like affected with blight. But I think it's more the wield. Never mind. Actually, no. I think the grave robber is just a character that you just use in combination with the plague doctor, so you can blight. And I'm pretty sure I listed the two places the wield and the cove where they're more resistant to blight because the enemies have blight. But it's been a second since I played the game. If you can't tell, pretty fun game. I don't know why it doesn't say that I have it here, but I do own it. Yeah, dang, I played it in 2021. Jeez, in 2 years. And then now you have this one, which completely different now. I mean the combat's still the same. You have your four positions. You have your apparently four abilities and a what looks like it's a consumable. And then you have instead of just one character being affected by low sanity, it seems like you get within your party traits in between characters, which I'm sure can be very annoying. And then also you have the personal story of the characters, so you get more lore. Besides, what was it? Probably like a paragraph of text about the character's lore in the prior game, but now you have to go through the lore very specifically in order to get the other abilities for the character because those are all locked behind their memories. Well, I did not see this one before. What? Oh, that's just like an enemy, I'm assuming. Locks up the night. Yeah, this has to just be an enemy. I don't know. It's been quite a while since I've seen anything about this. I think probably the only time where I watched content about this game in particular is probably 2022, like early 2022. But I don't know. I think they've added like a decent bit of content to the game now. I mean, this is definitely different. Trying to watch it. Okay. I wonder if you permanently lose items still. And I don't know, maybe you get like a chance to fight a boss in order to get them back. And then the boss also has like very unique items that you can get. Um, I wonder if you can pause the expedition. I hope you can. Because 7 hours, that is a lot for certain gamers to be able to dedicate to something. I don't know if everybody has that type of time like I do. But I mean, at least they kept the unique regions. I'm pretty sure before it was the same as well. What is it? You had like, was it Ruins Wheeled Cove? Um, I don't know if you'd count the mansion itself as its own region. I kind of would because the enemies are like kind of different. You had the Vampire Court. I think there's like two other ones I can't remember, but I don't. The animations look very good. Could be a good game. I don't know. I have faith. I think it could be. And then I hope that I don't know how it's gonna be modded though. Modding that game now has to be such a pain because if they do ever implement modding, because you'd have to do the special animations, right? You'd have to have you have to add multiple abilities, either have them all unlocked at the start or unlock them somehow through the memory system that the other ones gain their abilities from. I don't know. I think it's just like more of there's more hurdles you have to jump over to in order to implement like a modded character. I feel like, and you know, the first one's like I don't know. Personally, I think it's like kind of. I think it's like kind of difficult, but like not too much. Because all you have to do is implement like your character being idle, them swinging whatever weapon they have with a background, and I don't know, just like them taking damage or stuff like that. But man, now they would have to do like animations. And that'd be kind of a struggle. But I don't know. It's about it's about all I got for this episode. I could go for I don't know. I don't really want to go through anime, but I'll just give a very special. Oh nope, rip. So much for that. Uh, Kamisama Sekai, I think it's called. Uh, they did a very good job on the past few episodes. Obviously, spoiler warning, right? Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. But the plot twist for the story is like very, very freaking good. Apparently, it's like not even an isekai. It's freaking a reincarnation anime, and the god within the world literally wiped out humanity, which hit the main character's freaking family was worshiping the god. Apparently, she just like completely wiped out everybody besides apparently the other gods because she did use the ability. I don't know, gain like a weird hand from all the other gods to fight whatever. I don't know. I forget the other girl's name, but I don't know. It was just regardless of all that, it was like a very good plot twist. Basically, she basically just like restructured the world, made it literally a world without gods like he wanted, and now even then, they still created other gods, and they literally renamed them after I don't know the ones that were destroyed. Like the girl's name is Loki, and Loki doesn't really. I think Loki really abides by any gender. Really, he's kind of just like whatever. Well, Loki's just kind of whatever they want to be. But I don't know. I kind of it usually shows. I feel like, especially anime, they usually drop off in like the interest rating around maybe episode 4 to like episode 8, where people like usually drop an anime. I feel like they did like really good freaking reinvigorating the audience and grabbing their attention with a very good plot twist. Because apparently now he's just gonna the main character is just gonna establish, I guess, like his specific god as the only god, and they're just like either gonna go around wiping out everybody else or uh, but whatever it is, it's pretty good. Anyways, ran over. I will talk to you next Sunday or Thursday. I don't know. If something big comes out, I'll probably do an extra episode on Thursday. Otherwise, see you next Sunday. Peace.